And now celebrate TV's best at the Emmy Awards with special superstar tributes from Robin Williams, Edie Falco, Rob Reiner, Jane Lynch, and Michael J. Fox. Join all your favorite television stars for a night of surprises as they come together to honor TV and the people who entertain you all year long. Plus, spectacular live performances by Carrie Underwood and the one and only Sir Elton John. Neil Patrick Harris hosts the Emmys live next.
So, you sure you want to go through with this?
It's a big commitment, but I said I'd do it, and here I am. I may lose those things I love most, friends, family, movie roles, but this is important to me. It's important to everyone. Anyway, thanks for letting me in.
You know me, I just do what I'm told.
Okay. To binge watch the entire season of television. Let's do this.
Now, the story of a family who's...
Just relax and enjoy. Tonight is all about you.
Ah, thank you.
It's a date. You bring the beer, I'll make the popcorn.
I know what you're doing, but it's not gonna work.
Who are you? How dare you?
The challenge is going to take everything you have left in your tank, both physically and mentally.
Objection.
Objection.
Objection. No objection. Let's get married. Will you marry me?
I don't have a ring.
There's too many shows. I'm never gonna finish.
My dearest boy, there is no test greater than the one you've been put to.
Wait, can you guys see me?
I'm Seer. I see all.
That was weird.
Are you okay?
Sit down. Make some peace with that and let's move on, all right?
I need some help here.
Are we stuck already? Let's take the competition to a broader level.
Ah, this I understand. Cue the dance montage.
Judy, 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 bo booty, banana, fana, fo foodie, fee, fi, mo, moody. Judy, the name game.
Big finish!
It is beautiful. It is something that we've never seen, and I just loved it. It's breathtaking.
I'm not convinced about that performance at all.
Wait, Len, what?
This was no good.
That's kind of a stupid thing you just said.
Thank you, Simon.
Don't start trying to pick a fight with me.
I just feel you blew a big opportunity tonight. Radio City Music. Stop with the boo. You all agree with me.
I think I could do this. It didn't look that difficult.
Everybody, please stop fighting.
Stab you in the eye!
There's no eye stabbing in show business. It's backstabbing.
What is wrong with you, you idiots?
Enough. I have to get ready. I'm hosting the Emmys.
Who was the genius that came up with this idea?
Hello.
This is your idea.
Hang on, did you cast yourself in this show?
Is this about the money again?
It's not about the money. I love television because it's more than entertainment, it's education.
Take off the part where you read, you're gonna go. Sandy, Cody.
See? Educational. And television can touch the heart.
No, Guru, you don't get anything.
Oh,
You get nothing.
Exactly. And there's non-traditional relationships.
I am your rock now.
You may notice some tingling.
I like to watch.
Yeah, never mind. Go back to the other guys.
I get no. All right. Is this really the best use of our time?
Okay, I get it. Does anybody have any words of encouragement?
Yeah, grow up.
Just start yammering like always.
Figure it out.
Does anybody have any actual encouraging words?
I hope tonight is a huge success.
I'll be watching. Not sure from where, but I'll be with you. In spirit. Now you listen to me. Are you ready?
Yeah. Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, your host for the 65th Primetime Emmy Awards, Neil Patrick Harris.
Welcome to the 65th Primetime Emmy Awards. Tonight we celebrate the best of television. For our younger audience, that's the thing you watch on your phones. We're here to honor the best and the brightest talents in our industry. They're responsible for the programs that this year made us laugh, made us cry, and for the front row, made them rich. We've got a big show planned for you tonight. We're here in the Nokia Theater. We've got 17 cameras, 20 musicians, 200 crew members backstage, and over 6,000 people in the audience. Not to mention, cheer yourself. You made it. Not to mention that over 30 million people around the world will see this broadcast. And why not? These are remarkable times for television. The content has never been more varied. The viewing has never been more easier. You can now watch TV, on your laptop, on your mobile device, you can on your watch, you can go on the Google Glass, you can... Matter of fact, right now I'm actually watching an episode of American Horror Story Asylum on my contact lenses. This past year... Mom! Sorry. Pause. Damn, pause. Got it, sorry. This past year, in my opinion, it's been one of the greatest in television history, truly, and it's all thanks to everyone in this room. It's true. It's a historic year. Well, think about it. There's something for everyone. For every mad man, there's a mad woman. For every smash, there's a splash. Wait, don't show him land. For every Walter White, there's an Orange is the New Black. Or, as Paula Dean now has to call it, Orange is the New African American. Not soon enough?
Good. That's a good one, Neil. You're doing great.
What?
You're doing great.
Oh, hey, thanks. Hey, it's last year's host, Jimmy Kimmel, everybody. Thanks, Jimmy. I appreciate that.
Really like the tone you're setting. Big thumbs up from everyone in our row.
Cool, thanks. Thanks, Jimmy. I'm kind of in the middle of getting the flow.
Right. Don't mind me. I'll just be right here cheering you on.
Okay, great. Thanks. Television has never been more historic. You now can
Can we get a timeout for a second? I can just give you just like a smidge of advice.
Sure.
Just look around and take it all in. I mean, enjoy every second of this because, I mean, there's a good chance they won't ask you back next year.
Got it. Thanks.
Yeah.
You can go back to your seat now.
You know, just something to think about.
I get it.
Yeah. They didn't ask Jane Lynch back, is what I'm saying.
No, they didn't ask me back, and, hi.
Look at that.
I want to tell you why I wasn't asked back. I wasn't asked back because I'm a woman.
No. Jane, come on. I don't think anyone that watched you host that night thought of you as a woman.
I'm going to show you how much of a woman I am. Right here, right now, on this stage, Harris.
I wouldn't like it, Lynch.
I would like it less, Harris.
Guys. I got this right here. Neil,
Jimmy Fallon, everybody.
Neil, you got to do a song and dance thing.
I don't
like
want
you did for the Tonys. Give him a little tippy tap. Give him a little... Like that.
I am not going to do anything like that.
Okay.
That is far too gay. Look, I think you're all forgetting a simple fact. I hosted the Emmys before any of you.
Not before me, you didn't.
Conan O'Brien.
I hosted the Emmys twice. Twice back when it meant something. Lighting cue. The year was 2002. Back then, an Emmy broadcast was watched by over 900 billion people. Those were simpler times. There was no honey bee boo. People had plenty of storage, and they didn't fight wars over it. And there was no internet. You had to pay for pornography. Yes. Those were the days, I tell you. Back then, a host was a god, above the law. Now look at us. Bunch of amateurs hoping to get a selfie with the guys from Duck Dynasty.
Okay, stop. Stop. This is ridiculous.
It's all going according to my plan. I was promised the hosting job this year, and they turned me down. They said they wanted someone more likable. Really, look at that parade of blabbering buffoons. They couldn't host a child's birthday party. Getting them all to sabotage Neil was almost too easy. But I believe the cherry on the proverbial sundae is about to be served.
Okay. Got it? Fine. Listen. Stop. Guys, enough. I am doing the show, all right? Clear the stage. Thank you. Please, unless anyone else has any more crazy advice for me.
Yeah, we do. We got some advice for you, MPH.
Yeah. Oh.
We got some advice.
Of course you do.
Take your pants off.
Take your pants off.
And twerk it.
Yeah. Work that twerk.
I come to award shows for the twerking.
No, stop. No.
Twerk it.
I am not twerking. I'm not going to do that. That would be degrading.
Yeah, it might be degrading, but we would be degrateful.
Why do you guys have 3D glasses on?
So I can see your business up close.
Yo, MPH! Take those pants off. America wants to see what you're working with.
No. You guys think you know what America wants? Then why don't you get up here and kick things off? Ladies and gentlemen, our first two presenters from Parks and Recreation, 30 Rock, and the bit we just completed. Please welcome Tina Fey and Amy Poehler.
The first award this evening is for Outstanding Supporting Actress in a Comedy Series.
Tina and I would love to take a moment to talk about the hardworking, brilliant women in this category. Unfortunately, we're being told that the show is already 25 minutes over. So,
the nominees for Outstanding Supporting Actress in a Comedy Series are
Mayim Bialik, The Big Bang Theory.
Oh my. You're not supposed to be enjoying this.
Then maybe you should spank me harder. Julie Bowen, Modern Family.
If she wants to get her heart broken by a gay guy, she can do so when she's 18 or 19 and can drink her way through it.
Anna Klumsky, Veep.
It's gonna be really bad for your mom. I'm not gonna sacrifice my morals for her career anymore. I've done that. It's not that bad.
Jane Krakowski, 30 Rock.
If I'm dead, how can I become a recurring character? And if I'm not a recurring character, how will I get away with horrible stuff like this?
Jane Lynch, Glee.
Because you are looking into the face of evil. I was going to say high school cheerleading national champion, but thank you.
Sofia Vergara, Modern Family.
Nothing that concerns you.
But I thought you said...
It's going back in the attic, and I want no more questions.
Why?
That's a question.
Merritt Weaver, Nurse Jackie.
Well, personally, I do very well with cranky people. Some of my favorite people are cranky. My grandfather, my mom's dog.
and the Emmy goes to Merritt Weaver, Nurse Jackie.
This is the first Emmy win and second consecutive nomination for Merritt Weaver. She cut her acting teeth at LaGuardia Arts Public High School in New York City.
you so, oh no, thanks so much. Thank you so much. I gotta go, bye.
Coming up on the 65th Primetime Emmys, Robin Williams remembers his comedy hero, Jonathan Winters. And Zoe and Emily Deschanel present the award for supporting actor in a comedy series, only CBS. The 65th Primetime Emmy Awards.
Hey there, we're back from commercial. For those of you watching on your DVRs, I never left. Merritt Wever, best speech ever. Good luck, everyone else. Now please give it up for hip-hop legends LL Cool J and Malin Ackerman.
Television's first golden age embraced writers, even making them into household names, like former six-time Emmy winner and past Academy president Rod Serling.
And today's writers are equally respected. They're the driving forces behind the shows we can't seem to live without, but as a rule, they're a bit camera shy.
So we forced the nominees for Outstanding Writing for a Comedy Series to open up about themselves and their work.
You're part of a writing team. Who's funnier, you or your partner?
I'd have to say that even though I'm the comedian of the two, that Pamela's probably a little funnier, or it's even.
I'm a million times funnier than Louis, but so is a bag of anything.
Who's your favorite cast member to write for?
The city of New York herself.
Oh, Liz. I think I'd have to say Rainn Wilson, probably. He's just a real professional, very funny guy, always kind of a genius, really, with comedy.
We have so many really funny people on the show.
Yeah, there's no way to... something with Matt, definitely.
Oh, yeah. Everything with Matt.
Thank you so much for this 2009 People's Choice Award. Wait, what is this for?
It's the Emmys. They want you to talk about writing.
Yeah, that's gonna get cut for time. I'm not doing that.
And the Emmy goes to... Tina Fey, Tracy Whitfield, 30 Rock!
Tina Fey and Tracy Whitfield were also nominated for the collaboration with Jeff Richmond on the song Rural Janitor from the 30 Rock episode Last Lunch.
Oh, thank you so much. I want to thank my parents who are here tonight. I know you're disappointed because you love Louis. I'm sorry. I want to thank Robert Carlock, and I want to thank Tina Fey for creating this wonderful show and giving me the job of a lifetime and teaching me how to write. Thank you so much.
No one said you could talk, Tracy.
I'm sorry.
I just want to say that I share this award with my partner of 7 years, Robert Carlock. Robert, there are not many people in this world who make me feel lazy and stupid. And by comparison, you made me feel that way every day. And for that, I thank you. Good night.
These two performing sisters are much different than the performing sisters I saw in Thailand 3 years ago. Please welcome Emily Deschanel and Zoe Deschanel.
Television is, and always has been, about an in-depth exploration of many, many diverse characters.
From a dad on Modern Family.
To a gay dad on Modern Family.
To an old dad on Modern Family. To three guys who may or may not be dads, depending on the test results. The nominees for Outstanding Supporting Actor in a Comedy Series truly represent all the dads television has to offer.
And the nominees for Outstanding Supporting Actor in a Comedy Series are... Ty Burrell, Modern Family. Adam Driver, Girls. Jesse Tyler Ferguson, Modern Family. Bill Hader, Saturday Night Live. Tony Hale, Veep. Ed O'Neill, Modern Family.
And this Emmy goes to Tony Hale, Veep.
This is the first Emmy win and nomination for Tony Hale. He was born in West Point, New York, and grew up in Tallahassee, Florida.
Oh my God, that's a lot. Oh man. Oh cow. Here's the deal. Even to be on a list with those guys is crazy humbling. This is mind-blowing, mind-blowing. I just want to thank my two favorite people in the entire world, my wife and my daughter, Martell and Loy. I love you so much. My mom and my dad, Mike and Rita Hale in Macon, Georgia. My sister Kim, my brother Mike. Veep, Julia, you're a joy to work across from. Matt, Reed, Tim, Sufi, Anna, Kevin, Gary, thank you. Armando Iannucci, the producer Simon Blackwell, Tony Roach, Frank Rich, Chris Godsick, Stephanie Lang, the music, my manager Stephen Levy, and also I'm from Tallahassee, Florida, and there's a little theater called Young Actors Theater that made a huge difference in my life. Tina Williams and Allison Grimes, thank you for your commitment.
Jonathan Winters was my mentor. I once told him that, and he said, please, I prefer Idol. But I knew it was true. I knew at the moment I saw him on The Tonight Show when Jack Parr handed him a stick. What happened next was a genius at play. John and that stick transformed into a dozen different characters, complete with sound effects. A fly fisherman, a matador, Bing Crosby playing around the golf, banging a few balls on the backside. It was comedy at the speed of thought, and I was hooked. 20 years later, I got to play Jonathan's dad on Mork and Mindy. His riffs on our show were like epic mini-movies. He once did a World War I parody, which he played everyone from an effete English general to a Scottish sergeant no one could understand, to a Zulu who showed up to the wrong war. Oh dear. The bit went on so long that all three cameras ran out of film. The director yelled, reload! The big man's at it again. Sometimes I would join in, and jamming with Jonathan was like dancing with Fred Astaire. He always brought out your best. An extra once asked for an autograph, and John was a gifted artist, so he pulled out his pen and he drew a picture of hundreds of sardines swimming into a whale's mouth. He captioned it with, "This is what happens to conformists." The beauty of Jonathan was that he was a big, brilliant kid who never grew up, and the world was his playground. In April, Johnny turned out the lights, but he sure burned bright while he was here. Thanks for the spark, big guy.
Up next on the 65th Primetime Emmys, Alec Baldwin and Jon Hamm present the award for lead actress in a comedy series. And later, a special performance by Sir Elton John. And Michael Douglas takes the stage with Matt Damon. Only CBS.
Welcome back. This is our fantastic band, Ray Chu and the Network Notes. You'll be hearing them all night long. Now, please welcome my biological parents, Jon Hamm and Alec Baldwin.
Actors often model their characters on people they know in real life. For example, suave, debonair, controlling overachiever Jack Donaghy is loosely based on my good friend, John.
And hard-drinking, lying, sex-addicted, emotionally conflicted Don Draper is based on everyone else in show business.
Except maybe the following 6 incredibly talented artists:
The nominees for Outstanding Lead Actress in a Comedy Series are
Laura Dern, Enlightened. Lena Dunham, Girls. Edie Falco, Nurse Jackie. Tina Fey, 30 Rock. Julia Louis-Dreyfus, Veep. Amy Poehler, Parks and Recreation.
And the Emmy goes to
Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
This is the 4th Emmy win and 16th nomination for Julia Louis-Dreyfus. Her previous wins were as supporting actress on Seinfeld and lead actress on The New Adventures of Old Christine and Veep.
Thank you. Thank you so much. This is so much good fortune. It's almost too much to bear. I'm very grateful to have the opportunity to make people laugh. It's a joyful way to make a living. I'd like to thank HBO, of course. I'd like to thank the creative genius behind our show, Armando Iannucci. I'd like to thank our producers, Tony Roach, Simon Blackwell, Chris Godsick, Frank Rich, Stephanie Lang. I'd like to thank my family. Brad Hall and Henry Hall and Charlie Hall, my children are here this evening.
You love them so
and
much.
I love them so much. And I'd also like to thank the cast. Matt Walsh, Sufi Bradshaw, Anna Klumsky, Reed Scott, Tim Imons. Oh, and I almost forgot, our wonderful crew in Baltimore. Thank you so, so much, and thank you to the Academy and to HBO. Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, Margot Martindale and Will Arnett.
Last weekend, Emmys were awarded to the Outstanding Guest Actor and Guest Actress in a Comedy Series.
Any of these nominees are invited to be on The Millers, a new show about a mother and son. It's hilarious.
Okay, no, stop. No, this is not. No, it's not a good time to do this. We're here to present, not to promote our show.
Oh, excuse me. I didn't mean to embarrass you on your big night of presenting awards to other people.
You didn't embarrass me. It's just that
I get it. You have too much integrity to shamelessly promote. I'm sure tomorrow morning everyone on our crew who needs their jobs to feed their children will be very impressed with your integrity.
The Millers premiering October 3rd. It's the best show that's ever been on television. Ever.
Good boy. The nominees for Outstanding Guest Actor in a Comedy Series were Bobby Cannavale, Nurse Jackie; Louis C.K., Saturday Night Live; Will Forte, 30 Rock; Nathan Lane, Modern Family; Bob Newhart, The Big Bang Theory; Justin Timberlake, Saturday Night Live. And the nominees for Outstanding Guest Actress in a Comedy Series were Dot Marie Jones, Glee; Melissa Leo, Louie; Melissa McCarthy, Saturday Night Live; Molly Shannon, Enlightened; Elaine Stritch, 30 Rock; Kristen Wiig, Saturday Night Live. Please welcome the Emmy winner, Melissa Leo.
Congratulations to my fellow winner, Bob Newhart. You'll see him later on. I also want to give a shout out to Elaine Stritch. We hope you're doing well. And right now, it is my pleasure to present an Emmy to one of the brilliant directors whose work is perhaps most difficult to define, but most appreciated by us, the actors. Now, in their own words, the nominees for Outstanding Directing in a Comedy Series are...
What is your favorite line when directing?
When you say this line, think of nothing.
I usually don't like saying anything to actors. That's usually a sign that it's going well. If I have to say something, I'll say something like, please stop ruining my show.
My mom's favorite thing to say on the set is not much. She usually likes to drink coffee and play on her iPad.
That is not true. Who told you that?
What?
Which director inspires you the most?
All the other women who are nominated in this category this year. Was that good? Did I seem like a nice person for saying that?
You're not going out tonight. You are going out tonight.
What?
My favorite director is a man who always put himself in his own movies. Hitchcock.
She always does this.
Why? Every time.
And the Emmy goes to Gail Mancuso, Modern Family.
This is the first Emmy win and second nomination for Gail Mancuso. This is only the second time a woman has won the Emmy for Best Comedy Directing.
Oh my God, this is the happiest night of my life. Not only am I here to celebrate with my modern family, but my real family are here tonight. My loving husband, Brian, thank you so much. I love you so much. My kids, JR and Jeremy and Michelle, they came with me and made an amazing playlist for us to listen in the car. And on the way home, I'm telling you, we're not going to be playing any poker face, only blurred lines. Woo! Couple of shout outs to my favorite teachers. I had an 8th grade teacher, Mr. Bright, who taught me that it wasn't only about English and math, that he taught me about self-confidence. Thank you. And thank you to Mom and Dad for letting me watch all the Hitchcock I ever wanted.
I know for a fact that Jimmy Kimmel is really excited to be presenting this next award with them. I mean her. Please welcome Jimmy Kimmel and Sofia Vergara.
They say that the laughter is the best medicine.
But it's not. Laughter is actually terrible medicine.
If you go sick and the doctor just told you to laugh, you could sue him.
It's true. Not only isn't laughter the best medicine, you could choke on something while you're laughing and die.
You could be dead.
Laughter might actually be the worst medicine there is.
Laughter kills innocent people.
Here are the nominees for Best Murderer in a Comedy.
Sí.
Alec Baldwin, 30 Rock.
Lemon, after Avery, I realized I'm never going to find everything I'm looking for in one woman, but it's not fair to the ladies, just because I'm the complete package.
Jason Bateman, Arrested Development.
Tell you what, give me a one-way ticket to your cheapest destination, please.
Today, it's Pittsburgh.
What's the second cheapest?
Louis C.K., Louis.
I've run out of things to say. Can you just tell me now if it's any of this work, or are you gonna...
I don't take guys. I'm a lesbian.
Don Cheadle, House of Lies.
Do you feel me? My strong, proud, black brother.
No, I do. I feel you.
Fighting HIV/AIDS, micronutrients.
Matt LeBlanc, Episodes.
For the rest of your life, you're just gonna be the fat guy who used to be Joey. And you'll just be a fat guy.
Jim Parsons, The Big Bang Theory.
Shelton, did you really think we're gonna fight?
My fists are not up here because I'm milking a giant invisible cow. And the Emmy goes to... Jim Parsons, The Big Bang Theory.
This is the third Emmy win and fifth consecutive nomination for Jim Parsons, who hails from Houston, Texas. He got his desire to become an actor at the age of 6.
My heart. Oh, my heart. Oh, boy, I want you to know that I'm very aware of how exceedingly fortunate I am. First, to have the chance to do this role in this show. Thank you, Chuck Lorre, Bill Prady, Steve Malaro. But secondly, to be here, to be a part of such a phenomenal group of people, and for seemingly happenstance reasons to be up here right now. Thank you so much. Boy, it's so silly to be emotional, isn't it? I do want to real quick get in a shout out to our magnificent director, Mark Sandrowski. You're such a part of my everyday routine. To the most wonderful cast, Johnny, Kaylee, Simon, Kunal, Melissa, Mayim, CBS and Warner Brothers. You've been such wonderful supporters to this whole exciting journey. And you know what, I'll wrap it up. I love my manager, Marsha McManus, my agent, Joe Mahota, and my favorite person on earth, Todd Spiewak. Thank you all very much.
Saying goodbye it's part of life, but it's never easy. Whether it's to a relative, a friend, or even to a beloved TV character. This year, one passing gave me the sad occasion to bid farewell to all three. It also marked the second time we said goodbye to Edith Bunker. Jean Stapleton, my TV mother-in-law, brought humor and heart and soul to Edith. And like Edith, Jean was capable of boundless, unconditional love and support. As a performer, she was fearless, willing to try anything. Many of Edith's most memorable qualities were invention of Jean's: her voice, her brilliant comedic timing, her ability to stand up to Archie, and in many scenes, her ability to break your heart. I had already left All in the Family to go on to do other things, and when the show became Archie Bunker's place, Jean also felt that it was time to move on and let Edith go. Norman Lear, our show's creator, had a tough decision, but he ultimately decided that the death of Edith Bunker would be dramatic and an emotional point for the series. So, in 1980, the nation said goodbye to Edith Bunker. This past May, death came to Jean Stapleton. And when I heard the news, I think all of us who knew Jean felt the way Archie did when he said goodbye to Edith. You had no right to leave me that way without giving me just one more chance to say I love you. They're both gone now, but forever they will always be all in the family. Carol, Jean, I love you.
Hey, Shamar Moore here, backstage at the 65th Emmys. What a beautiful tribute by a true TV legend, Mr. Rob Reiner. I'm backstage, like I said. This is a party like you wouldn't believe. But up next, it gets better. Matt Damon and Mr. Michael Douglas introduce a special performance by none other than Sir Elton John. And then later, this young, handsome Emmy winner, the great one and only Mr. Bob Newhart, only CBS.
Ladies and gentlemen, the stars of Behind the Candelabra, both nominees tonight, Michael Douglas and Matt Damon.
Matt and I are happy to be here tonight to say a few words about a man we both admire, the consummate entertainer, a piano-playing superstar who defined show business at its very best.
A legendary and colorful character who owned the stage in Las Vegas and all around the world as a singular showman and a masterful musician.
Of course, we could be talking about the subject of a multi-nominated HBO movie this year, but actually we're talking about someone equally as legendary, Please welcome Sir Elton John.
Thank you. This year, a television film about a musician scored 50 Emmy nominations, including 2 for the gentleman who just welcomed me to the stage. That musician was Liberace, and this guy played a mean piano. His program aired in England, and I was keenly aware of his enormous talent and its impact on the musical world, and my dress sense, of course. What I was not aware of until years later was his lifestyle. Yeah, right. Oh well, which due to the tenor of the times had to be concealed. Bernie and I have written a new song called Home Again that reminds me of him because Lee, as he was like to be called, when I met him, he always talked about how much he loved going home to his house. So it's a feeling of being at peace and being yourself. Liberace left us 25 years ago, and what a difference those years have made to people like me and people like me. I'm honored to have been asked to come here tonight to play this song for you and to remember Liberace or Lee. Okay, this is a song about going home called Home Again. I'm counting on a memory to get me out of here. I'm waiting for the fog around this spooky little town to clear. All this time I've spent being someone else's friend. Just one more time, for old time's sake, I'd like to go back home again. The world had 7 wonders once upon a time. Sure enough, the favored nations aided their decline. And all around me, I've seen times like it was back when. But like back then, I'd say amen if I could get back home again. If I could go back home, if I could go back home, if I never left, I'd never have known. We all dream of leaving, wind up in the end. Spending all our time trying to get back home again. Could have been a jailbreak or the spotlight hitting me. Or was I just some nightclub singer back in 1963? In the old part of Valencia on the coast of Spain. Never tiring once of hearing songs about going home again. If I could go back home, if I could go back home, if I never left, I'd never have known. We all dream of leaving, but wind up in the end. Spending all our time trying to get back home again.
What a great performance by Elton and his great band and those amazing young musicians from the USC Thornton School of Music. In the words of Liberace, too much of a good thing is wonderful.
And now to some performers who are remarkable in their own right. The nominees for Outstanding Lead Actress in a Miniseries or Movie. They are
Jessica Lange, American Horror Story Asylum.
I find it interesting that of all the patients that died since you've been here, none have family. No one to grieve or to ask questions. I think you're lying.
Laura Linney, The Big C Hereafter.
I just want to...
What?
Participate in my own death. Acknowledge it. Accept it. It's not like I'm cutting my life short. I know my time is up.
Helen Mirren, Phil Spector.
Would you like to trust me, Philip? You might want to trust me because I'm the last person who both A, believes in you, and B, has the power to help your case.
Elizabeth Moss, Top of the Lake.
I want this window covered with sheets of A3. And I want her on my own for as long as it takes. No interruptions under any circumstances.
Sigourney Weaver, Political Animals.
I have been here before. I have stood in this office when Bud faced darker hours than these, and I'm telling you, now is not the time to be discouraged. Now is the time to lead.
And the Emmy goes to Laura Linney, The Big C Hereafter.
Laura couldn't be here tonight. She's such a great actress that she didn't even need to show up. So, no, she's working, so we accept this on her behalf.
Coming up on the 65th Primetime Emmys, Jane Lynch remembers her Glee co-star, Corey Monteith. Then we look back on a historic year in television with Don Cheadle and a special performance by Carrie Underwood. Only CBS.
There is a crisis in America.
And it has a name. EHD.
Excessive hosting disorder. It can affect anyone.
Even your closest friend. Hey, Neil, can you come out here for a minute?
5, 6, 7, 8. What's going on, Josh? I'm ready to rock. I got me some dancers. I'll show you my come on. Where's my top hat? Wardrobe!
EHD affects millions of people. Okay, not that many. Okay, fine, just Neil.
The symptoms of EHD appear in a host of ways.
Nice.
Thank you. Hey, did you guys know today's Arbor Day?
Oh, God, not again.
And the 4 nominees for Barney's Arbor Day Bang are Jenny Elm, Laura Maple, Penny, I hope I get more than just palm, and Wendy, the Weeping Willow, whose real last name is Finkelman, but she's prone to crying jags. And the winner is, oh, it's a 3-way. Tie. Sorry, Wendy and Penny, there's always Flag Day. What?
Let's take another 5, everybody.
For my birthday, Neil gave me a gift bag from the 2009 Tonys. Again. But the Rock of Ages slippers are actually pretty comfy.
Last week, I walked in on Neil and caught him naked, hosting himself. Later, I found out the sick bastard texted pictures of his microphone to complete strangers.
Quick, quick, someone set this hula hoop on fire while I put on these skates! Skates! Wait, what's the intervention for?
You, my friend.
What?
Neil, I know what you're going through. The shakes, the cold sweats, telling your family you're going out drinking when really you're going to host a bake sale at a church. You don't believe this, but you can have a rich and fulfilling life without hosting.
But you started hosting your own show every night.
Dog, this ain't about me. If you or a loved one suffers from EHD, there is hope.
At the Ryan Seacrest Center for Excessive Hosting in Malibu, California.
You guys don't No. I can, oh, hey, look. Hey, one big shot. I got a big shot. Get it? Because it's a needle. Please, I want to host the Oscar.
You know, Now they're gonna need somebody to host the Emmys, and I have my own tux. It's from 1992 with big ass shoulder pads, but it's my own tux. Where we going? To my car? My tux is in my car.
The Ryan Seacrest Center for Excessive Hosting. It's time to take off the bow tie and pick up the phone. Help is standing by.
Please welcome the stars of Nashville and Ironside, Connie Britton and Blair Underwood.
The exceptionally crafted dramas honored in this next category in recent years include The West Wing, The Sopranos, Mad Men, and Friday Night Lights.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love that show. Anyway, let's see which brilliant writers are acknowledged tonight for their extraordinary work. These are the nominees for Outstanding Writing for a Drama Series.
George Mastras, Breaking Bad, Dead Freight. Thomas Schnauz, Breaking Bad, Say My Name. Julian Fellows, Downton Abbey, Episode 4. David Benioff, D.B. Weiss, Game of Thrones, The Reigns of Castamere. Henry Bromal, Homeland, Q&A.
And the Emmy goes to Henry Bromal, Homeland.
Henry tragically died earlier this year, and his award is being accepted by his wife, Sarah Bromell.
I accept this award on behalf of Henry with deep appreciation to the Academy. Thank you so much.
This next category brings together some truly remarkable women. All play dames. One of them is a dame.
These are the nominees for Outstanding Supporting Actress in a Drama Series.
Morena Baccarin, Homeland. Christine Baranski, The Good Wife. Emilia Clarke, Game of Thrones. Anna Gunn, Breaking Bad. Christina Hendricks, Mad Men. Maggie Smith, Downton Abbey.
And the Emmy goes to Anna Gunn, Breaking Bad.
This is the first Emmy win and second nomination for Anna Gunn, who was born in Santa Fe, New Mexico.
Bryan Cranston just told me to breathe. Okay. Thank you so much, Academy, for this tremendous honor. I want to thank both of my families. First, of course, my Breaking Bad family, led by the mad genius Vince Gilligan. And our incredible team of writers and producers, AMC and Sony, for your tremendous support and vision through the years. And to every cast and crew member, thank you so much for allowing me the joy and the privilege of working beside you for all those incredible 5 seasons. To my family, my mother and father, my brother and sister-in-law, I wouldn't be standing here if it weren't for you. And to my girls, Emma and Isla, you are the light of my life. You are my true north, and this is for you. Thank you very much.
It is remarkable and perhaps a little curious how quickly television shows become like families. This summer, on our show Glee, we suffered a painful death in our family. Corey Monteith played Finn Hudson, a star quarterback turned wide-eyed, heartfelt Glee singer. And from the first time you saw Corey, he had a star quality and a genuine sweetness that made it impossible not to fall in love with him. And millions did fall in love with Corey. And I'm here to say that all that warmth and that charm, that open-hearted quality that we loved in Corey was no act. Corey was a beautiful soul. He was not perfect, which many of us here tonight can relate to. His death is a tragic reminder of the rapacious, senseless destruction that is brought on by addiction. Tonight we remember Corey for all he was, and mourn the loss of all he could have been. To a generation that loved Corey so, please know, this gifted and wonderful young man was worthy of your love. And if you were lucky enough to know Corey as we did, and witness firsthand Corey's goofy, breezy sense of humor, his natural instinct for inclusiveness, and his unbridled sense of generosity, day in and day out, I promise you'd have loved him even more.
Coming up on the 65th Primetime Emmy Awards, the award for Outstanding Reality Competition Show. Then Don Cheadle remembers a television year that changed our world and introduces an unforgettable performance by Carrie Underwood. Only CBS.
Well, here we are halfway through the show, and I've been getting lots of tweets asking me why I haven't done a big musical number. First of all, thank you. I'm humbled. But I want you to know that I am more than just a song and dance man. Then again, the Emmy Awards are 3 hours long. There's still 90 minutes to go. The time is just right to sing you a song. Call the number in the middle of the show. At this point, a host could choose just to coast. To that I say thank you, but no. Some give you their least, I give you my most. Hence the number in the middle of the show. Opening numbers are so old hat. Even Hugh Jackman does stuff like that. Closing numbers are just goodbye. It's the number in the middle that gets me high. This time around, we're trying something new to help re-establish the flow. And now, without any further ado, here's some really sexy dancing in the middle of the number. That's the number in the middle of the show. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Emmy Gold Dancers! Versatile actor Nathan Castlefillion and Emmy-winning comedian Sarah, the Sarah Silverman program Silverman. What are you two doing here?
Neil, when we saw you start singing, we were blown away.
Thanks.
We knew we had to be a part of it, Neil.
So what, you just arranged this cameo in the last, 90 seconds?
We have great publicists.
Shut up, I'm gonna sing. A solo in the number in the middle of the show. You can't spell cameo without me.
We're completely live, so I'm really gonna try not to say vagina on TV.
Right, Sarah? Couldn't have not said it better myself. I could dance forever, 'cause I want more. More of the guy who held me up before. But we're running tight, so now we need to flow to the beginning of the end of the middle of the show. The Emmy Awards are 3 hours long. Now there's 3 minutes fewer to go. Thanks to this extraordinary, completely arbitrary number in the middle of the show. Sorry, dudes. I just couldn't help myself. Please welcome the stars of The Mindy Project and Arrow, Mindy Kaling and Stephen Amell.
Tonight, Arrow and I have the honor of presenting a category that I think is pretty interesting.
My name's Steven.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that this was the outstanding reality show competition. What do you think of what we have in store?
I think it'd be more exciting if our teleprompter was working.
Wait, now Arrow is a reality show, is it not?
How could it be a reality show? I play a vigilante with a bow and arrow.
Okay, all right. You're so handsome, I thought that maybe you were that guy in real life.
You know what? I am the arrow.
Whoa.
Here are the nominees.
The Amazing Race, Dancing with the Stars, Project Runway, So You Think You Can Dance, Top Chef, The Voice,
And the Emmy goes to...
The Voice.
The Voice has 5 nominations this year. Accepting the Emmy on behalf of the team from The Voice is Mark Burnett.
First of all, I'd like to, come on guys, thank our Academy, our incredible production team, our showrunners Audrey Morrissey, Lee Metzger, Stein Backers, John DeMol for the great format, NBC for taking the risk, Meredith R. and Paul Telegdi. Paul Telegdi was willing to put his job on the line for this, but Steve Burke and Bob Greenblatt supported him. Our great coaches, Carson Daly, our host, and for the millions of Americans who've made it the #1 young American music show ever. Keep supporting. We're back on Monday. Keep us #1.
Shamar Moore from Criminal Minds here, and I'm chilling in the green room for the 65th Primetime Emmys. Coming up, my man Don Cheadle introduces an Emmy salute to a TV year that has changed the world with a fabulous performance by this lady right here. As sexy as she wants to be, Carrie Underwood, only CBS.
Two extraordinarily talented actresses, 4-time Emmy nominee Diane Carroll and a nominee herself tonight, Kerry Washington.
I am so honored to be presenting alongside this groundbreaking actress, a hero of mine, and the first African-American Emmy nominee ever, male or female.
Thank you very much. It's been such a long time since I've been standing in this place, I don't know what to do. But the men are much more beautiful than when I was doing television. I don't know where you came from, but I'm very happy to see you. After all, my leading man was Lloyd Nolan. And those of you who know what that means, don't repeat to anyone. I don't need these, but I'm going to use them anyway. There, okay? In 1963, 50 years ago, the Emmy was unfortunately all too rare. Today, much has changed. Actors of all colors, races, and religions will know how it feels to stand here and be celebrated. The Emmy has grown in its humanity so that we can see, feel, and experience their push forward. those of us who work in these categories that we celebrate here tonight, we thank the Emmy for supporting us. We need you. We need you by our side. And I must say congratulations to this woman that I feel is a gift to all of us. She's brilliantly talented. She's very lovely. And tonight she better get this award. It's Miss Kerry Washington.
Thank you, Miss Carol. Coming from you, that means everything. So now onto the business at hand. The 6 men nominated for this award have distinguished themselves with performances that have changed our perception of the term supporting actor. For a drama series, the nominees are Jonathan Banks, Breaking Bad; Bobby Cannavale, Boardwalk Empire; Jim Carter, Downton Abbey; Peter Dinklage, Game of Thrones; Mandy Patinkin, Homeland; Aaron Paul, Breaking Bad.
And the winner is Bobby Cannavale, Boardwalk Empire.
This is the 2nd Emmy win and 4th nomination for Bobby Cannavale. As a child, he was a choir boy and performed in school musicals.
Wow. I didn't write anything down, so I'm just I can't believe I get to get mentioned with these other really incredible actors. Thank you for putting me with them. Mandy Patinkin is the first person I ever saw on stage, and he's like my favorite person. But you know what? I have a family, so let me thank them. I love my son, Jake, who I took to college 3 weeks ago and is watching with his dorm mates right now. I love you, son. And Terry Winter, who created this great role and created this great series, and Mr. Scorsese, who, he's great. And Tim Van Patten, who directed me on the weirdest first day of work I've ever had in my life. 12 hours of beating somebody to death with 4 different kinds of rubber wrenches. And to the great cast, Steve Buscemi and Chris Caldovino and Gretchen Mol and everybody at HBO, my great people, Peg Donegan and Ira Schreck and James Adams and Tony Howard and Bonnie Bernstein and my love of my life, Rose. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Please welcome the stars of The Good Wife and Hostages, Juliana Margulies and Dylan McDermott.
Over the last 6 decades, the Emmy for Outstanding Lead Actor in a Drama has been awarded to many of the most unforgettable gentlemen in television history.
Tonight's nominated performers have created characters that are equally memorable and destined to stand the test of time. The nominees are
Hugh Bonneville, Downton Abbey; Bryan Cranston, Breaking Bad; Jeff Daniels, The Newsroom; John Hamm, Mad Men; Damian Lewis, Homeland; Kevin Spacey, House of Cards.
And the Emmy goes to Jeff Daniels.
This is the first Emmy win and nomination for Jeff Daniels, who was raised in Chelsea, Michigan. He's also a musician and songwriter and has recorded 2 albums.
Well, crap. Didn't expect this. I usually don't win anything. The last thing I won was a few years ago for Squid and the Whale. I won the Best Actor over 50 from the AARP. With all due respect to the AARP, this is better. Thank you to HBO. I can't imagine a more creative place to work that's so supportive. The cast and crew, I share this with you. Kathleen, my wife, we done did it. We'll have to move the golden Barca lounger that the AARP gave me for the around the shelf. I'd also like to, the great American playwright Lanford Wilson said, whatever you do with your career, make it matter, make it count. Aaron Sorkin makes it matter and makes it count. Thank you very much.
Here is a bulletin from CBS News. From Dallas, Texas, the flash, apparently official, President Kennedy died at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, some 38 minutes ago. Vice President Lyndon Johnson has left the hospital in Dallas, but we do not know.
Good evening. I'm Don Cheadle, and that was the moment when the television generation came of age. It happened during an era when, for the first time, more people got their news from TV than newspapers. 50 years ago, in the summer of 1963, that news included Dr. Martin Luther King's historic March on Washington, a bold and dramatic call to action which furthered the civil rights movement and resonates to this day. In the fall of that year, our nation was moved to laughter by Dick Van Dyke, Andy Griffith, and Lucy. But on November 22nd, the joy was shattered as the country and the world shared grief that was unlike any other. Americans now spent days gathered around their sets, watching in disbelief as President Kennedy's accused assassin was himself assassinated, as the beloved First Lady walked in her husband's funeral procession, and as their young son spent his 3rd birthday saluting the casket of his martyred father. Those events are etched into our collective memories because of the impact on our world and because television brought them into our homes. Tonight, we commemorate that fateful day in Dallas and television's role in allowing us to mourn collectively and begin to heal. Our national tragedy gave way to another event that in its own way brought us together for a very different reason. On February 9th, 1964, it was almost as though the dark cloud that hung above us for 79 days was suddenly lifted. 4 young men from Liverpool invaded the stage of The Ed Sullivan Show, and in just 2 minutes and 40 seconds, told us it was okay to begin to experience joy again. Actually, they didn't just tell us, they screamed it to 73 million captivated viewers. And as for the 728 people in the studio audience that night, most of them teenage girls, they screamed back. You know you should be glad. Two emotionally charged events forever linked in our memories. 50 years later, they underscore the immediacy of TV and its tremendous impact on our society. The boxes are thinner, the screens are flatter and more portable, but television's power to engage, inform, and unite continues to have a profound purpose as we remember the past, celebrate the present, and anticipate our future. Just as Ed Sullivan introduced new artists to American audiences in the 50s, 60s, even early 70s, TV continues to be a starting place for superstar musical talent. This next performer's rise to 6-time Grammy-winning status began in your living rooms. With her tribute to the historic events of 50 years ago, Carrie Underwood.
Yesterday, all my troubles seem so far away. Now it looks as though they're here to stay. Oh, I believe in yesterday. Suddenly, I'm not half the man I used to be. There's a shadow hanging over me. Oh, yesterday came
Here it is, ladies and gentlemen, the moment in the show you've all been waiting for. Please welcome the accountants of Ernst & Young, Andy Sale, John Nendick, and Mika Velga. Bob Newhart, also an accountant. Who knew? Ladies and gentlemen, Jimmy Fallon.
Thank you very much. All of the women nominated for lead actress in a drama series have given powerful and unforgettable performances. From the hair-raising exploits of a CIA agent in Homeland to the chilling presence of an overbearing mother in Bates Motel. From the dignified, restrained turn-of-the-century England to the halls of power in Washington, D.C., to the cutthroat world of 1960s advertising. From the subtle portrayal of Raina James in Nashville to the complex role of the other woman in Scandal. These are truly groundbreaking performances. Here are the nominees. Connie Britton, Nashville. Claire Danes, Homeland. Michelle Dockery, Downton Abbey. Vera Farmiga, Bates Motel. Elizabeth Moss, Mad Men. Kerry Washington, Scandal. Robin Wright, House of Cards. And the Emmy goes to Claire Danes, Homeland.
This is the third Emmy win and fourth nomination for Claire Danes. She received her first nomination for her role on My So-Called Life and is also an accomplished dancer.
Wow, thank you, thank you. I think all actors know how indebted we are to our writers, especially in television. And we happen to have one of the most experienced, intrepid team of writers in the business, led by the amazing Alex Gonza. But I have to take this moment to acknowledge our most treasured, one of our very most treasured writers, Henry Brummel, who won tonight. And he passed away in March. And we just love him so much. He was a brilliant person and so kind, and we think of him every day as we continue to work on the show that he helped define. So, Henry. I want to thank our cast, of course, Damien and Mandy and Morena. I want to thank our crew who spend way too much time with me and not enough time with their kids. And I want to thank Showtime and Fox and my husband, my love, my ballast and my crush. Thank you for making me so whole and happy so I can be so entirely unhappy in the land of make-believe. Thank you.
So science fiction is back in a big way. Right here on CBS, there's a show about hundreds of people totally cut off from reality who spend their lives living under a dome. No, not that. The other dome. Comedy. Yes, that one. Please welcome, from Under the Dome, Dean Morris, and from Game of Thrones, Emilia Clarke.
Last weekend at the Creative Arts Emmy ceremony, awards were presented to the many collaborators who work behind the scenes to make the shows you love.
Emmys were also presented to the actors and actresses who did outstanding work in guest starring roles.
The nominees for Outstanding Guest Actor in a Drama Series were Dan Bucatinsky, Scandal; Michael J. Fox, The Good Wife; Rupert Friend, Homeland; Harry Hamlin, Mad Men; Nathan Lane, The Good Wife; Robert Morse, Mad Men. And the nominees for Outstanding Guest Actress in a Drama Series were Linda Cardellini, Mad Men; Joan Cusack, Shameless; Jane Fonda, The Newsroom; Margot Martindale, The Americans; Carrie Preston, The Good Wife; Diana Rigg, Game of Thrones.
And now it's our pleasure to introduce the winners. Please welcome Outstanding Guest Actor Dan Bucatinsky.
and Outstanding Guest Actress, Carrie Preston.
And now, an Emmy Award that just in the past decade has gone to such distinguished directors as Martin Scorsese, Walter Hill, and J.J. Abrams.
These are this year's nominees for Outstanding Directing for a Drama Series.
Tim Van Patten, Boardwalk Empire, Margate Sands. Michelle MacLaren, Breaking Bad, Gliding Over All. Jeremy Webb, Downton Abbey, Episode 4. Leslie Linka Glatter, Homeland, Q&A. David Fincher, House of Cards, Chapter 1.
And the Emmy goes to David Fincher, House of Cards.
David Fincher couldn't be here tonight, so Dan and I will accept this award on his behalf. Thank you so much.
Here are a couple of funny Emmy winners from The Big Bang Theory, Jim Parsons and Bob Newhart.
It is a thrill for me to present this award with this TV legend who won his first Emmy just last week.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. I don't know if Jim, they'll remember it, but what you said, I don't know if that's a compliment or you're just trying to rub it in.
No. No, that is a compliment, and it's also credit to you that in 1962, your first show, a variety series, won for Outstanding Program.
As a matter of fact, that category is coming up next.
That's right. You do have good timing. The writers of these programs are among the best and brightest comedy minds in the business. Let's find out who they are.
The Colbert Report. Opus Moreski, Michael Brum, Nate Charney, Richard Dahm, Paul Dinello, Eric Drysdale, Rob Dubbin, Glenn Eichler, Dan Guterman, Barry Julian, Jay Katzier, Frank Lesser, Bobby Mort, Tom Purcell, Meredith Scardino, Max Werner, and Stephen Colbert.
The Daily Show with Jon Stewart, head writer Tim Carvell, Rory Albanese, Kevin Blyer, Steve Bodo, Trayvon Free, Hallie Hagland, J.R. Havland, Elliot Kalin, Dan McCoy, Joe Miller, John Oliver, Jubin Parang, Daniel Radosh, Jason Ross, Lauren Sava, and Jon Stewart.
It's Jimmy Kimmel Live.
Gary Greenberg, Molly McNearney, Tony Barbieri, John Bynes, Joel Bukai, Josh Holloway, Sal Akino, Eric Immerman, Bess Cald, Jeff Loveness, Brian Polk, Danny Ricker, Rick Rosner, and him.
Portlandia.
Fred Armisen.
Harry Brownstein.
Jonathan Kreisel. Bill Oakley.
Portlandia.
Real Time with Bill Maher. Adam Felber. Matt Gunn. Ryan Jacobsmeyer. Jay Yarrow. Chris Kelly. Billy Martin. Danny Vermont, and Bill Maher.
It's Saturday Night Live.
Alex Bates, Colin Jost, James Downey, Steve Higgins, Robert Smiley, Pete Schultz, Josh Patton, Rob Klein, John Solomon, Chris Kelly, Sarah Schneider, James Anderson, Michael Bryan, Brian Tucker, Neil Casey, Ken Sublett, Joe Kelly, America Sawyer, Zach Cannon, Eric Kenward, Seth Meyers, Lauren Michaels.
And the winner is, the Emmy goes to the team from the Colbert Report.
The Colbert Report received 6 nominations this year. Accepting the Emmy for the team is Stephen Colbert.
Thank you very much. Wow. The Emmys are so good this year. Such a great, something special about it. I'm not sure what. We all of us first want to thank The Daily Show for setting the standard and being a constant inspiration for all of us here. You know, they say it's an honor just to be nominated. I'm honored to be nominated with all these people up here who give me all the stupidest things to say, but I say them in such a way that somehow you forgive me just how stupid they make me. We want to thank the network for giving us the space to do a show like this. We want to thank anybody who's willing to come on and talk to that stupid person I play on TV. And I personally want to thank my wife, Evie, for being so cruel and sexy. Thank you.
And now the award for directing in a variety series.
And the nominees are?
What word do you use most frequently while you're directing?
Something like, cut, 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 guys, cut, cut, cut.
More twerking!
Love. Inevitably, I will say, what?
As in, what are we doing next? Or what just happened? Refill!
And the Emmy goes to Don Roy King, Saturday Night Live.
This is the 4th consecutive Emmy win and 6th nomination for Don Roy King.
Thank you. This is an embarrassment of riches. I was honored just to be on the same list with those other fine and funny directors. But I have a job I love. I get to work with Lauren Michaels and the best television all-star team in the world. We get paid to make people laugh and clap. I have a 16-year-old daughter, Cameron, whom I adore. She goes to LaGuardia High School in Manhattan, and she and her super talented friends think I'm kind of cool. I could be wrong about that one. But I do have a 93-year-old Aunt Peg who's just as sharp and funny and pretty as Betty White, and she thinks I'm cool because of what I do. And on top of that, you guys give me a gold statue. Life is good. Thank you so much.
Tonight's celebration of the last year in television is also a tribute to the people and events that changed our industry. One of those individuals not only had a far-reaching effect on the business he loved, to put it simply, he changed my life. To his peers, Gary David Goldberg was the Emmy-winning creator and producer of Family Ties and co-creator of Spin City, among others. To me, Gary was my mentor, benefactor, second father, and beloved friend. The programs he wrote were game changers like MASH, The Bob Newhart Show, and Lou Grant. The characters he created not only reflected families we recognized, they symbolized the families we wanted to be. In addition to his enormous talent, Gary had a generous spirit and a great laugh. Whenever I catch a rerun of one of our shows, I can hear him, not in my head, right there on the soundtrack. Gary had one of the most recognizable and genuine laughs in the history of television. More than just a gut reaction, it was a tsunami of approbation. It meant the world to us, all of us. His laughter, his approval, his friendship are what I miss most of all.
Coming up next, the Emmys move to the beat of our nominated choreography. And Edie Falco pays tribute to her Sopranos co-star and friend, James Gandolfini. Only CBS.
In 1955, the Academy began awarding Emmys for choreography. But in those 58 years, there's never been a performance to highlight the year's nominees. That is, until tonight. But first, let me take you back to last July when we decided to surprise the choreography nominees at the reception that they thought was being held to give them their nomination certificates. Take a look.
Everything. Hey. All right. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt.
I'm so sorry.
I just wanted to say congratulations. I'm Neil. I'm the host of the show. We've set this whole thing up reality show style because we have a challenge. We thought a good thing to do would be to do a big, giant production number in the show. So here's our proposal to you. You can choose the music, you can choose the sets, you can choose the dancers. You all have to be involved in some way. You have to include me, which will be the difficult part. And the payoff for you guys is that for the first time ever, we're going to announce that category on the Primetime show. So rather than be on the week before, you'll be in the actual show. 1, 2, 3. Go!
So why don't you take me through the treatment, and then we'll change everything.
All right. So these little flats represent, little mini rooms on wheels that all can just wheel in and land right in front of a video cue.
That image of them all moving through the thing.
Great transition. So we thought that we would have a flat full of Emmys that he would start on, Luck Me a Lady, with him on that wall.
Keep this going till that last second.
I would love if you guys did that leg together.
That's good stuff right there.
They call you Lady Luck, but there is room for doubt. At times you have a very unladylike way of running out. Luck, be a lady tonight. Luck, if you've ever been a lady to begin with. Luck, be a lady tonight.
To get some, we're up all night for good fun. We're up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to get lucky.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, to find out which one of these amazing choreographers will take home the Emmy, please welcome this year's winners for Outstanding Reality Host, Tim Gunn and Heidi Klum.
Hi, everybody. It's now our pleasure to present the Emmy for Outstanding Choreography.
The nominees are the brilliant artists who did this fantastic work this season and created that amazing dance number that we all just saw. They are, for Dancing with the Stars, Derek Huff with 2 nominations, 1 solo nomination and 1 with Allison Holker. For Rodgers and Hammerstein's Carousel, live from Lincoln Center, Warren Carlyle. For So You Think You Can Dance, Sonia Tea. For So You Think You Can Dance, Mandy Jo Moore. For So You Think You Can Dance, Napoleon and Tabitha Dumo. And for So You Think You Can Dance, Travis Wall.
And the Emmy goes to Derek Huff, Dancing with the Stars. Congratulations.
Wow, 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 wow. Thank you guys, I love you. I want to thank the BBC, Conrad Green, Ashley Eden, the whole team over at Dancing with the Stars, my mom, my dad, all my sisters, Julianne, I love you, Cork and Shirley Ballas, Mark Ballas, and holy crap. Thank you for the Emmys for inviting us to this party. Thank you so much, I appreciate it. Thank you guys.
I spent the better part of a decade with these next 2 presenters, so needless to say, they're like family to me. From the hit show How I Met Your Mother, premiering tomorrow night on this very network, please welcome my friends, Allison Hannigan and Kobe Smulders.
We all crave variety, especially outstanding variety. This works out well because these are the nominees for Outstanding Variety Series.
The Colbert Report, The Daily Show with Jon Stewart, Jimmy Kimmel Live, Late Night with Jimmy Fallon, Real Time with Bill Maher, Saturday Night Live.
And the Emmy goes to The Colbert Report.
The Colbert Report received 6 nominations this year. Accepting the Emmy for the team is Stephen Colbert.
Thank you very much. Wow, as I said before, it's sort of a cliche to say that it's an honor just to be nominated, but it's more than that. It's also a lie. This is way better. I personally have to thank my friend and my brother, Jon Stewart, who is the one who said we should do a show together where you're a professional idiot. And John never told me how good this feels, actually. I want to thank, again, the network for letting us do this. I want to thank James Dixon, my agent. I want to thank my mom for not worrying about me and for believing that I'd be okay. So thank you to the Academy. Thank you to everyone who works on the show to make it possible. Good night.
When you see really great art, you can sometimes forget that behind it is a person with technique and skill, for sure, but with an instinct, a perspective that is distinctly their own, one that moves people and pulls them in and makes them want to watch. James Gandolfini was one such individual. As one of many examples, his portrayal of Tony Soprano had such depth and dimension that there are still a lot of people who have a hard time believing that's not who he really was. Well, I'm here to tell you, Jim was really quite different. He had tremendous warmth and heart. He was kind. He was uniquely generous. One got the feeling that Jim was never entirely comfortable with all the attention he got, usually because he said it every chance he got. He was far more interested in turning the light onto people that he considered more worthy. When he was interviewing Iraqi war veterans for a project that was very close to his heart, he did so with such genuine interest and respect and humility. Over the years, I was particularly moved by Jim's devotion to his family and to his fierce loyalty to his friends, to all the people in his life. You can ask anybody who knew him if you needed anything at all, ever. Jim was there to take care of it before you even had a chance to ask. You all knew James Gandolfini, the actor. I was lucky enough to know Jim the man. For 10 years as his close colleague and his pretend life partner, and for many more years as his friend. And it's Jim, the man, the very dear man, that I will miss most of all.
This just in, no one in America is winning their Emmy office pool. Surprises galore. Ladies and gentlemen, the stars of Mom, Anna Faris and Allison Janney.
I'm very excited to be here to present not one, but 2 awards with my new TV mom, a 4-time Emmy winner.
Aww. I raised her well, and we don't even premiere until tomorrow night. These are the impressive nominees for Outstanding Writing for a miniseries, movie, or dramatic special. Richard LaGravenese, Behind the Candelabra. Abby Morgan, The Hour. Tom Stoppard, Parade's End. David Mamet, Phil Spector. Jane Campion, Gerard Lee, Top of the Lake.
And the Emmy goes to Abby Morgan, The Hour.
This is the first Emmy win and second consecutive nomination for Abby Morgan.
Whoa. Goodness me. This is such an incredible honor. What an amazing group of nominees. I have to thank you to BBC America, to BBC London. I'd like to thank Ben Stevenson, Lucy Rich are there, and Janice Hadlow. And I'd love to thank Kudos, the brilliant Jane Featherstone, the brilliant producer Ruth Kenley-Letts, and my fantastic script editor Naomi DePere. I have to also thank the brilliant cast. When I came through immigration, the guy couldn't quite understand, the very nice immigration man, didn't believe I was coming to the Emmys, and I might be able to show him I did come, so thank you very much.
And now, the award for Outstanding Supporting Actor in a Miniseries or Movie.
The extraordinary nominees are Scott Bakula, Behind the Candelabra. James Cromwell, American Horror Story Asylum. John Benjamin Hickey, The Big Sea Hereafter. Peter Mullen, Top of the Lake. Zachary Quinto, American Horror Story Asylum.
And the Emmy goes to James Cromwell.
This is the first Emmy win and fourth nomination for James Cromwell. He is the only actor to ever utter the words Star Trek on Star Trek.
That's very strange. First of all, I want to acknowledge my fellow nominees. It's a privilege to be in your company. This may not make any sense to anyone here, but I want to thank my beloved friend Elsa, who talked to her boys, and Elsa, it worked. To my indefatigable and indomitable Joanna, who makes my life possible and without whom I probably literally would not be here, and to my dearest Anna, the best prize a man could ever have. Thank you very much.
Please welcome the chairman and CEO of the Academy of Television Arts and Sciences, Bruce Rosenblum, and the chairman and CEO of The Big Bang Theory, Kaley Cuoco.
The Emmys are so much more than this annual celebration, so I'm here to tell you that the TV Academy works year-round to honor excellence and enable storytellers to push the boundaries of what television can be.
And I'm here for the sex appeal.
Oh, yes. Our 18,000 members are masters of their crafts, whose creative efforts are seen on broadcast networks, cable, satellite, and the internet.
Whether you enjoy their work on flat screens, tablets, or mobile devices, the creative excellence of the storytelling has never been better. It's easy to see that we are truly enjoying another golden age of television.
And since we celebrate the past as well as prepare for the future, check out our foundation's archive, American Television. It's a treasure trove of interviews with legends who have made some of our best-loved shows, and available online wherever you want to see them.
The Television Academy and Foundation are active 365 days a year. We offer industry internships for students, classes taught by Academy members, and sponsor the College Television Awards, all to inspire the Emmy-winning artists of tomorrow to tell their stories.
Plus, for incredible access, you can watch our backstage live show going on right now at CBS.com and Emmys.com.
Now, throughout the night, we've been remembering just a few of the gifted artists we lost this year. Let's pause now to pay tribute to some more of television's most enduring talents from in front of the camera and behind the scenes.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Andre Braugher, and from NCIS, Mark Harmon.
Television, we're rich with original films and dramatic specials, written by some of our greatest playwrights, and directed by some visionary filmmakers who went on to big screen success.
Today, the quality of the storytelling is equally impressive, attracting brilliant feature film directors to ply their craft in television and elevate the art. These are the nominees for Best Directing for a miniseries, movie, or dramatic special. Steven Soderbergh, Behind the Candelabra. Julian Gerald, The Girl. David Mamet, Phil Spector. Allison Anders, Ring of Fire. Jane Campion, Garth Davis, Top of the Lake.
And the Emmy goes to Steven Soderbergh, Behind the Candelabra.
This is the first Emmy win and third nomination for Steven Soderbergh.
I hope all the people that deserve to be thanked will understand if I say that no matter what we all did, and no matter how well we did it, and no matter how much support we got, if Michael and Matt don't show up with those performances, we don't have a movie. So gentlemen, I thank you most of all. Salute.
And now the award for Best Supporting Actress in a Miniseries or Movie.
The nominees are
Ellen Burstyn, Political Animals. Sarah Paulson, American Horror Story, Asylum. Charlotte Rampling, Restless. Imelda Staunton, The Girl. Alfre Woodard, Steel Magnolias.
And the Emmy goes to Ellen Burstyn, Political Animals.
This is the second Emmy win and sixth nomination for Ellen Burstyn. Her prior Emmy win was as guest actress on Law & Order SVU.
Oh, wow. I want to thank everybody who voted for me. And I'm just glad I was on screen long enough this time for you to vote for me. I want to thank my beautiful granddaughter, Emily Burstyn, for coming with me tonight. I want to thank USA for putting this smart show on the air. I want to thank the whole crew and cast, headed by Sigourney Weaver, and the producer, Larry Marks. But most of all, I have to thank the writer, Greg Berlanti, who had the wisdom to write a woman over 65 who still had a lot of juice.
He plays one of the most complex and disturbing characters in TV history, and she plays an obsessed terrorist hunter with bipolar disorder. I smell a three-way. Please welcome Bryan Cranston and Claire Danes.
Congratulations on your win, by the way.
Thank you.
I'm still got my fingers crossed for my category, but it's our pleasure to present 2 awards honoring fine work being done in miniseries and movies.
The first award is for the actors who have the daunting task of portraying characters which are bigger than life and, in some instances, still very much alive.
The nominees are
Benedict Cumberbatch, Parade's End. Matt Damon, Behind the Candelabra. Michael Douglas, Behind the Candelabra. Toby Jones, The Girl. Al Pacino, Phil Spector.
And the Emmy goes to Michael Douglas. Behind the Candelabra.
This is the first Emmy win and 5th nomination for Michael Douglas.
Thank you to my Academy fellow members. Thank you so much, and to the great performances by all the other nominees. But obviously, there's one nominee in particular that I have to really thank. This was a two-hander. And Matt, you're only as good. You're only as good as your other hand. So I can't tell you, you were magnificent, and the only reason I'm standing here is because of you. So you really deserve half of this. So, do you want the bottom or the top? The top. I figured that. I want to thank HBO for doing a wonderful job and for trusting talent. To our producers, Jerry Weintraub, Greg Jacobs, Susie, Michael, thank you so much. They put an incredible cast and group together, as was recognized earlier this week with the Craft Awards and in all of those areas. But obviously, our star is Steven Soderbergh. Not only directed it, he also shot it as cameraman and also as a film editor. He brought us Richard LaGravenese, which was one of the best scripts that I have ever seen, as well as Marvin Hamlish. I want to thank my wife, Catherine, for her support, my kids, Dylan and Karis, and a shout out from my oldest son, Cameron, and hoping that I'll be able and they'll allow me to see him soon. Lee, thank you. Thanks a lot.
And now this year's diverse collection of nominees for Outstanding Miniseries or Movie.
These wildly imaginative and engaging creations are shining examples of stories that can only be told on television, and the nominees are
American Horror Story, Asylum, Behind the Candelabra, The Bible, Phil Spector, Political Animals, Top of the Lake.
And the Emmy goes to Behind the Candelabra.
Behind the Candelabra received 15 nominations this year. They won 8 Emmy Awards at the Creative Arts Awards and 3 tonight. Accepting the Emmy on behalf of the team is Jerry Weintraub.
On the way in tonight, and for the past year or so, I've been asked a question over and over and over again. And the question has been, how do you do all this? Well, I don't do it all. Everybody else does it all, and I get all the credit. So Greg Jacobs, one of the greatest producers I've ever met, was going to be, you'll see him up here a lot over the years. Susie, my other half, Richard LaGravenese, and Michael Polaire. That's the team. Great team. We got Steven Soderbergh to do this movie. Richard wrote a fantastic script. We got Michael and Matt. It was gold, and we took it to the gold standard. Richard Plepler, Michael Lombardo, Len Amato at HBO, Nancy Lesser. I love you all at HBO. No, there's nothing like you guys. You're the best in the world. Thank you very, very much.
Okay, this party is not quite over. We saved the best for last. Still to come on the 65th Primetime Emmys, the final awards of the night. Best Drama and Best Comedy. Will your favorite shows win? Find out. Only CBS.
Ladies and gentlemen, To present the final awards of the night, the one, the only, Will Ferrell.
Stand right there. Okay, right on those marks. Hello, it is indeed an honor to be presenting the last two awards of the evening, Best Comedy Series and Best Drama Series. What? No, you cannot play Angry Birds right now. No, just share the tablet. Fine, take turns, 30-second turns. Okay. Unfortunately, Helen Mirren and Maggie Smith dropped out at the last second, and they called me literally 45 minutes ago, and I couldn't find childcare, okay? And we had a soccer game, there was a neighbor's birthday party, a nut allergy, I didn't have time to do my hair. It doesn't matter, it's great to be here. Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing? The nominees for Best Comedy Series are 30 Rock, The Big Bang Theory, Girls, Louie, Modern Family, Veep, and the Emmy goes to Modern Family.
Modern Family received 12 nominations this year and has a total of 57 nominations since its premiere. Accepting the Emmy on behalf of the team is Stephen Levitan.
Everybody okay? Well, this may be the saddest Emmys of all time, but we could not be happier. Seriously, we have the deepest respect for our co-nominees. You guys make us laugh, and you make us jealous every week, and it is an honor just to be mentioned among you. Thank you to this amazing cast, our incredible crew. Thank you to everyone at 20th Century Fox Television, Dana Walden, Gary Newman. Thank you to everybody at ABC. Thank you to our fans, and thank you to our ever-inspiring families. We love you all. I cannot begin to express to you how surreal this ride has been, because none of us grew up feeling like winners. So thank you to the bullies, to the popular kids, to the gym teachers who taunted us, who rejected us, and who made fun of the way we ran. Without you, we never would have gone into comedy. Thank you very much.
What? What's that? No, you have to go to the bathroom. I asked you backstage if you had to go to the bathroom, okay? So you're just gonna have to hold it, okay? This is the Emmys, don't blow this for me, all right, guys? The nominees for Outstanding Drama Series are Breaking Bad, Downton Abbey, Game of Thrones, Homeland, House of Cards, and Mad Men. And the Emmy goes to Breaking Bad.
This year, Breaking Bad received 13 Emmy nominations and has a total of 42 to date. Accepting the Emmy on behalf of the team is Vince Gilligan.
Holy crap. Man, I did not see this coming. I thought this was going to be House of Cards. Or it could have been Homeland, or it could have been Mad Men, or it could have been Game of Thrones, or Downton Abbey. Could have been any of them, and even some others that were not nominated in this golden age of television that we feel so proud to be a part of. Thank you so much to Sony, Steve Moscow, Zach Van Amberg, J.B. Ehrlich. Thank you to AMC, Charlie Collier, Josh Sapan, Ed Carroll, Joel Stillerman. Thank you to these guys. Thank you to the best cast on TV, starting with Mr. Bryan Cranston. And thank you to our wonderful crew, and to Albuquerque, New Mexico, and to my sweetie Holly. Thank you much, sweetie. Thank you, guys.
That's our show. Congratulations to all